welcome back to the channel guys. This is a post-match analysis video of Liverpool versus Arsenal in the Premier League, which saw Liverpool beating Arsenal 3-1 out of a Salah masterclass. Let's quickly take a look at the lineup of both the teams. Liverpool went with their most preferred lineup, with Adrian being an exception with Alisson out injured and all of Salah, Firmino and Mane in the lineup. But Unai Emery set up a very different 4-3-1-2 formation, keeping Lacazette, Torreira and Mkhitaryan on the bench. He started with Maitland-Niles at right back and new signing David Luiz as centre back along with Sokratis. Xhaka, Guendouzi and the youngster Joseph Willock was chosen to add width to a much narrow formation. Denis Ceballos was given a free roam role behind the two forwards Nicolas Pepe and Aubameyang. The match started and it was very clear how the whole 90 minutes are gonna pan out. Liverpool started with great confidence playing around the Arsenal box and didn't let them have any space and time on the ball. Jurgen Klopp's tactics were very clear as Liverpool pressed high up the pitch and delivered crosses from their fullback. Both Trent and Robertson had a great game, providing a number of crosses from the wings overlapping the runs of Salah and Mane. But up till the 40th minute, Arsenal hardly had a problem and it looked like it was all going according to Unai Emery's plan. Alexander-Arnold was the most deadly in the starting minutes as his crosses and corners were met by Wijnaldum and Firmino, but both failed to score. Arsenal's tactics were very different from their normal routine. They didn't press the ball and had very little possession. It was as if Emery had already seen this match in his head and there was a clear-cut pattern to follow. Arsenal lied deep in their box, struggling to get the ball ahead. Their very narrow lineup prevented Liverpool from scoring, but their midfielders hardly connected. Ceballos was largely lagging. But just around the 13th minute, the very first real chance came to Arsenal. When Adrian raced off his line, despite Van Dijk seemed to have the ball in control and his miscued clearance fell to Aubameyang, the Gabon striker tried to lob the ball over Adrian into the net, but it was inches wide of the post. Nicolas Pepe was the major threat as he gave a hard time to Robertson and Van Dijk, but his lack of decisiveness in the final third scuffed a few good chances. Arsenal did up the game with a big chance from Pepe as his low shot from the edge was saved by Adrian. This was the warning signs for Klopp, but he knew he had other ideas. Joel Matip headed in a great corner from Alexander-Arnold only when Arsenal were starting to find defeat in the match at 41 minutes. That goal so close to the half-time came as a massive blow for Emery. The game up till now looked in favour of the North London club to perhaps nick a 1-0 win with a goal on counter as they had the most clear-cut chances, but now Liverpool went into the front. As soon as Arsenal started to settle in the second half, they gave away a penalty. David Luiz was cautioned for a cheeky shirt tug on Salah as he ran through on goal, and the Egyptian made no mistake from the spot. Then later on, both teams missed good chances, out of which Aubameyang's miss was the worst. He got played in behind the defence but stuttered under the pressure from Matip and couldn't get a clean shot. But the game was put to bed when Salah decided he needed another magisterial goal for his collection. Salah knocked the ball past David Luiz as though he wasn't there, and Monreal was unable to make up for the ground to cover the eloping Salah. The Egyptian forward was ice cool when one-on-one with Leno, bending it out of the keeper's reach and into the net at the 50th minute. 3 points surely in the bag for Liverpool now. After this, Emery decided to bring off the struggling Ceballos and put in Torreira to try to have some control of the ball in the midfield and avoid a more humiliating defeat. Wijnaldum made way for Milner at the 69th minute, but it was Arsenal who had more of the ball in the second half, 55% to Liverpool's 45%, but they didn't do a great deal with it. Liverpool just ticked down the minutes after having given their all in the game. At 77th minute, Mane was subbed off for Oxlade-Chamberlain and eventually Emery brought on Lacazette for Willock, with whom he should have started in the first place. In the beginning, it looked like Emery has got the tactics spot on, playing narrow, blocking the crosses of the fullbacks and hitting on counters. And had any one of those attempts gone in, this would have been a totally different story. Liverpool failed to keep a clean sheet as Torreira pulled one back for Arsenal as he hit the rebounded shot of Aubameyang. That was too little too late from Arsenal, and it's clear they should have played their game from the beginning with a 4-3-3 formation starting with Xhaka, Torreira, Ceballos in the middle, with Pepe, Aubameyang and Lacazette in attack. With this win, Liverpool recorded their club record-winning streak of 12 league matches to go on top with 9 points, and they will face Burnley in their next trip on Saturday, while Arsenal have the small matter of a North London derby to look after against Tottenham. This is for the 8th time Arsenal failed to beat Liverpool in the Premier League. Their last victory came back in April 2015, a 4-1 win when Mesut Ozil and Sanchez ran the show at Etihad. So that's all for today's videos guys. Hope you liked the match analysis. Leave a thumbs up and share this video, and I'll see you next time. Until then, peace out.